That's not clickbait. This camera literally costs $30. So what do you get with this 15-year-old DSLR? Well, you get pretty decent build quality, though it's not on par with Nikon's professional line of cameras. This was Nikon's first camera that was targeted at more of the consumer market. Now, at the time it debuted, it cost around $900, but nowadays you can literally find it used for as low as $30. The Nikon D50 has a 6-megapixel CCD sensor with 5 autofocus points. Yes, 5, that's not a joke, and it has a maximum shutter speed of 1/4000th of a second. On the back, the D50 has a 2-inch 130K LCD screen, which admittedly isn't particularly amazing by modern standards, but you do tend to get used to it pretty quickly. The button layout of the D50 is pretty typical of Nikon cameras from this era, though it is a bit more simplified compared to something like the Nikon D200. Now, one thing you need to know about the D50 is it takes SD cards. And when I say SD cards, I mean original first-gen SD cards. If you have an SDHC or an SDXC, it will not work with this camera. You know, when I first got it, I kept trying every single card that I own, and I kept just getting this flashing CHA error message, and you know, the shutter wouldn't release. I did some research on the Nikon official website, and I found out that yes, this card only accepts first-gen SD cards, and 2, it only accepts a memory range of about 256 megabytes up to 2 gigabytes. And 2 gigabytes, that's questionable. It's iffy. Sometimes it may or may not accept that. To be in the sweet spot, you need to use 256 to 1 gig. Anyway, I searched around some more and I found a 256 megabyte memory card that came in like an old point and shoot camera that I got back in like 2008 or something like that. That's what I've been using for this entire review. One of the D50's strongest points is its autofocus, which is absolutely insane to me because it literally only has 5 autofocus points. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 in the center. And yet somehow, some way, this camera manages to always be incredibly accurate. Not just accurate, but it's fast too. And, you know, and this is something I've been saying about old Nikon cameras for a while now. I don't know how they're doing it. But I mean, like I've got a Nikon D100, a D200, D5000, D90. These are all old cameras, and with the exception of the D200, which actually has pretty decent autofocus points, the rest have very limited autofocus points, and yet they're all quick and they're all accurate. I have no idea how that works, but it does work. And while we're on the subject of Nikon doing a lot with a little, this 6-megapixel CCD sensor looks absolutely amazing. Like, the entire time that I've used this camera, I've never once felt limited by like the small megapixel count. Image quality looks great. Everything is sharp and clear and punchy. Like, I think this shot looks absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why. Another area where the Nikon D50 stands out is image stabilization, for lack of a better word. I don't know what Nikon does with these older cameras, but I'm able to get like sharp, clear shots all the way down at like 1/15th or 1/13th of a second. And I don't have steady hands. I don't know how they do it, but it works. You know, with these older cameras, we always talk about value for money, and with the D50, you're getting this amount of value, but you're only spending like this amount of money. I mean, in that sense, it's kind of a no-brainer. It's like, if you're already a Nikon shooter and you're just curious to see what one of these older cameras is like, it's 30 bucks, man. You've already got the lenses, might as well just give it a try. If you're someone who already uses Canon and Sony cameras and you're just curious about Nikon, well, you can get this for 30 bucks and a kit lens for probably another 50 bucks. There you go. 80 bucks for an entire DSLR setup. It's absolutely insane. Anyway, I think that's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.